Hello friends, welcome to our informational series. Today we are going to talk about copyrights. So what is a copyright? A copyright is a bundle of rights accrued automatically by someone who creates an original work of authorship in the area of literary, dramatic, musical, artistic, cinematographic, film or sound recording. And yes, a computer software is also considered a literary work. Since copyright is a bundle of rights, let us see what rights are included in it. Copyright in form of statutory right includes right of reproduction on any medium, right to perform in public, right to make cinematographic film or sound recording, right to translate, right to adaptation, right to sell, give on hire, regardless that such copy has been sold or given on hire before, right to communicate work to the public, right to issue copies to the public. Copyright is also a monopoly right, and thus it is a right to exclude all others from use or exploitation of such copyright work. Copyright is a negative right in the sense that it is prohibitive in nature as it excludes others. Copyright includes neighboring rights, which means it includes public performance, recording, and broadcasting rights. Copyright also provides economic rights as one can exploit the work economically. Moral rights or special rights are another important aspect of copyright and include integrity right, which gives author a right to prevent alteration, destruction or damage of his work. Divulgation right, which is the right of an author to publish or withhold it from dissemination. Attribution right, which allows author to claim right to authorship of a work published or exhibited. Now let us see the essentials of copyright. For copyright to be considered in any work, it must be the work which is a product of labor, skill, and capital. It is immaterial if the work is wise or foolish, of literary value or not, accurate or inaccurate, has or has no literary merit, is absolutely new or not, or has never been used, or is based on combination of same materials used before for the same purpose. All one requires is that the work must be product of labor, skill, and capital. Another aspect of copyright is that the work must have been published in India first, and if the work has been published outside India, the author must be an Indian citizen. It must be noted that for work first published in India, copyright subsists in India irrespective of nationality of the author. And for the work published first abroad, copyright subsists only if the author is an Indian citizen. The owner and the author may be same or different persons, but owner gets copyright. By default, author of a work is recognized as the first owner of the copyright unless work is under employment or contract of service, etc. In such cases, the employer is the owner of the copyright unless the contract to the contrary exists. Now let us see the registration process for copyrights. Registration of copyright is optional, not mandatory, and nor is it a prerequisite for claiming copyright in any work. For registration, an application has to be made in a prerequisite format along with the prescribed fees to the registrar of copyrights. There can be only one work covered under one application. The person applying has to give notice of his application to all such persons who have claim on the subject matter of copyright, that is, usually his co authors, employers, etc. If no objection is received by the registrar of the copyright within 30 days of receipt of application and the registrar is satisfied on the correctness of such particulars, he may enter the particulars in the register of copyright. If the registrar receives any objection within 30 days, he may, after holding inquiry as he deems fit, enter such particulars in the register of copyrights. Appeal from the order of registrar of copyrights may be made to the Intellectual Property Appellate Board. Copyright societies have played a vital role in the area of copyrights. The Act allows for the registration of copyright societies which deal exclusively with copyright licensing on behalf of copyright owners. Such societies can be formed by 7 or more authors or owners of copyright. The application is filed with the Registrar of Copyrights, who then forwards it to the Government of India for approval. The membership of such societies must be open to all authors or owners of category of work for which the society is registered. Such copyright societies on behalf of owners can administer copyrights, issue licenses, collect fees for licenses, etc. They can also locate infringements and take legal actions on behalf of owners. The amounts collected by such societies are usually distributed amongst the license holders after deducting expenses. Copyright encourages the concept of licensing so that the work can be made available to the public at large at reasonable price. License is a limited transfer of right for royalty that is regular. Assignment, on the other hand, is a transfer of right for lump sum. Both assignment or license must be in written format and signed by the owner or the agent. Any existing or future copyright work may be licensed. Future work licensing or assignment will, however, take place when such work comes in existence. Copyright also has a provision for compulsory license if the owner for some reason is not making work available to the public. For compulsory license, an application in a predetermined format along with the fees requesting the grant of compulsory license has to be made to the Intellectual Property Appellate Board and a copy of notice sent to the owner. In case the owner is not known or dead, the same may be published in newspapers. The board will usually await objections and then, after hearing both the parties, take a decision on the grant of the compulsory license, which would usually be for the specific time, quantity, area, etc. The owner or his agent can get compulsory license terminated by making such work available for the reasonable price and giving 3 months notice to the compulsory license holder. Now let us see the remedies available under the copyrights. The civil remedies fall under two categories. In case of infringement, copyright owner can file a suit of infringement in the district court and obtain not only interlocutory and permanent injunctions, but the owner can also claim damages for both infringement of copyright as well as damages for conversion, if the copyright work has been converted. Alternatively, the owner can claim accounts of profit also. Remedies against groundless threats are in the form of declaratory suits and is usually available to any person who is wrongfully being threatened of legal action by the copyright owner. Criminal remedies can be initiated in addition or independent to civil remedies. Depending on the kind of offense, one can file an FIR or complaint. As some of the offences are cognizable and non-bailable, this means that the police can arrest an accused without warrant and demand both police custody followed by a judicial custody. Police in such cases can also seize all instruments used for copying. For bailable offences which are cognizable, one can get bail at the time of arrest at the police station itself. Court, depending on the kind of offense, apart awarding imprisonment and fine, may also order infringed copies to be delivered to the copyright owner along with the instruments used for copying. Administrative remedies are also available in case of copyrights. An application can be made to the registrar of copyright to ban import of infringed materials and delivery of confiscated infringed copies to the copyright owner. So this is pretty much the wrap up of concept of copyrights. Hope we've been able to clarify your doubts. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.